wake me up to another good morning, time to go. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. 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 We are all.
Hi, I'm Michael Wayne, and this is another episode of Toward a More Perfect Union. This episode is called The Problem with Billionaires. You see, wealth inequality and its side effect, the exponential growth of billionaires, is a major problem for our times. In 1918, there was just one billionaire in the United States. In the decades after that, there were still just a handful of them at most. In 1982, Forbes magazine started keeping track, and there were 15 billionaires in the United States. But then something changed to the point where now there are 750 in the United States and 3,300 in the world. In 2016, America even elected a billionaire president. And it all started in the beginning of the 1980s. Not only was it the beginning of the hair bans,
also ushered in Ronald Reagan, and with it came his trickle-down economic theory, the aim of which was to make rich people richer. And money was now worshipped, and the goal was just to accumulate as much as you can. Greed is good was the mantra. And this led to the onslaught of billionaires. And with $1 billion, you felt powerful because you felt like you could do anything. You could buy a yacht. You could buy a mansion. You could buy priceless artwork. And if that wasn't enough, you could just blast off into space. Or if you wanted to not blast yourself off, you could blast your dog into space. Other things you could do too. You could buy an existing baseball team. You could buy an existing football team. And then, of course, you can get your adrenaline kicks doing all kinds of extreme things. Get up high in the sky and paraglide over mountains. Or go into the mountains and start base jumping. You know, sooner or later, the adrenaline wears off and you'll get bored with having all that money. You'll look for something new. Which brings me to Mr. Elon Musk buying Twitter for a measly $44 billion. Since he's bought it, he freed the bird, and then he reinstated this guy, and he also reinstated this guy. But this guy, once he was reinstated, went too far for even Elon Musk when he posted swastika and started dated. Musk has been a Twitter troll too, posting this photo, a photo of his bedstand. And he's done other trollish things. He's validated racists. He's endorsed QAnon and also endorsed the far right by posting this meme of Pepe the Frog. And then he's gone ahead and bullied and threatened people, such as the former White House photographer and his former head of security, who had to go in hiding for his life. Ultimately, because Musk is a narcissist with a messiah complex, he thinks he and he alone can save the world. For Musk, it's all about the attention because he gets a much-needed dopamine rush from all that trolling and all the attention he gets. And on top of all that, his messiah complex makes him think he's saving the world from what he calls the woke mind virus. Although the greater threat is from the billionaire oligarch virus that is infecting the minds of gullible people and making them go down a rabbit hole. A few years ago, the Dutch historian Rutger Bregman was on a panel at the World Economic Forum. And he cut to the chase with what he saw was needed to combat billionaires.
And something needs to change here. I mean, 10 years ago, the World Economic Forum asked the question, what must industry do to prevent a broad social backlash? The answer is very simple. Just stop talking about philanthropy and start talking about taxes. Taxes. We need to, I mean, just 2 days ago, there was a billionaire in here, what's his name? Michael Dell. And he asked the question like, name me one country where a top marginal tax rate of 70% has actually worked. And, you know, I'm a historian. The United States, that's where it has actually worked. In the 1950s, during Republican President Eisenhower, you know, the war veteran, the top marginal tax rate in the US was 91% for people like Michael Dell. You know, the top estate tax for people like Michael Dell was more than 70%. I mean, this is not rocket science. I mean, we can talk for a very long time about all these stupid philanthropy schemes. We can invite Bono once more, but come on, we gotta be talking about taxes. Yeah, exactly. That's it, taxes. All the rest is bullshit, in my opinion.
Thank you.
We need to stop worshiping billionaires as if they're the solution to our problems. There is a solution to this, not only to the Musk mind virus, but to the scourge of billionaires in general. A billionaire tax. That's it. Tax them. This is what marginal tax brackets were like over the decades. And this is what taxes would look like if we went back to that. This is what we need to do.
Massive wealth inequality is now the norm. The 50 richest Americans with a worth of $2 trillion hold almost as much wealth as half the country. In addition, the top 1% of Americans have a combined net worth of $34 trillion, while the poorest 50% hold just $2 trillion, or 2% of all household wealth. Wealth inequality is a problem because it leads to a range of negative outcomes for our society. When wealth is distributed unevenly, it creates social and economic divides, which result in a lack of opportunity for people, and that leads to social unrest and conflict. Until next time, thanks for watching. You can help support this web series by going to patreon.com/mwayne, and you can see all the videos at moreperfectunion.com/webseries or at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/MichaelWayne2. Find me also on social media where you can easily share it with others. Thanks a lot. See you next time.